Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are you...
It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance. We're so high up! Phew! What a rush!
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on, or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was... quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know. It's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Very well.
Well,
Hey,
Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
doesn't seem that way. They must think we're just Danins from the town.
whatever's going on, these are Bull Run soldiers. Watch yourself.
Anything in armor is all right. Now you see what I can do.
Ignite!
Everlasting.
The enemy wields arcs too.
You'll soon see about that. Razor Cyclone! Now! Astral Energy!
Say no more. Shot!
Well done!
Try harder!
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then...
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But... I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it! They killed us! Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done. Just yet. I want you all to stick around.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Haros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay? No way! All right. Having to inform a mother her son died. It isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Huh?
Well... yeah.
No way.
Huh? Got it. Boomy! Boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies?
Did we really just spend that much money?
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for it. Oh, hey!
Seriously?
Hmm? Well...
Well... Hmm?
Huh? Huh?
That's... yeah. Yeah.
Yeah!
Not in the castle, in town. Where did he go?
No idea, but let's try searching the city.
It's always... well... Hey! Got it!
Huh?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
That thing looks like trouble. Quite. I doubt we'd fare well against it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You're off! Okay, here
It's
I
a
go.
duel of the arts! By the power of water!
Swallow
Here
blade.
goes! Don't mind if I
Exploit
do!
the enemy's weakness.
Denied!
Elusive deity.
Annihilation! Leave the enemy's arts to me!
No place here. I shall ensure you survive
Dance
this.
in the wind! Air
Resonate with the earth.
Take this! Sleep now! Let's get you all out of the way!
You picked the wrong fight.
Here's a healing arc!
Thank you.
If it's in the sky, it's charge malevolence! I never miss!
Can't get out of this.
In here! Let's get you all tucked away!
Elusive deity.
From the top, wield it! Alright, it's showtime! Razor Cyclone!
Elusive deity.
Oh, no!
Ready to go. Try harder. There. Now I can let loose.
Far enough! Alright! Down! Art expert, come through!
Elusive deity.
Amazing! Attack time! In here! More for the stockpile!
Not today.
Like you condemned! You're elusive deity! Reloaded ammo! This one's mine!
Elusive deity. Here I come. Swallow blade.
Annihilation! Magna Ray!
Begin.
Gemini Heart! Locked in!
Swallow blade.
In here! Lunar corruption!
No further.
By the power of water! Raging storm!
Swallow blade. Mirage.
Tempest!
Elusive deity.
Celestial River! Blood! Glacial Spear!
Mirage.
Ready to go!
Infernal torrent. It's on. Swallow blade. Burn in hell.
Got it! Take this! Never
Order
chance!
won't save you. Resonate with the earth. Swallow the.
Lightning condemned! Thunder one's mine! One more time!
Elusive deity.
Glacial Spear!
Mirage.
Pierce evil! Holy Land!
Swallow blade.
Freeze Lantern!
Everlasting dawn. Swallow blade. Negative gate. Struck. On your
Thunder
swallow blade.
Shield! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Locked in!
Swallow blade. Slash.
Shield! Get on in there with the others!
Take this.
Freeze
Slash.
Lantern!
Swallow blade.
Gale Force!
Swallow
Let's
blade.
go! Lunar corruption! Holy Land!
Ready and where?
It's weakened!
Swallow this ends now.
Here
In
I
a bind.
come. Sighted! It's over!
Not today.
Confiscated!
Catapult. Now you see what I can do. Tempest.
Lightning Supernova! Raging Cascade! Healing Circle!
Catapult.
Friend! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Requires complete focus!
Swallow blade.
Far enough!
Benediction light.
Wind energy! Lunar corruption! Photon! Raging Cascade!
Stay away from my friend! Imbue this vanquished soul with the flame inside me! Yours to be let free!
That's gonna smart. Freeze Lantern!
Mirage!
Raging Storm!
Swallow blade! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Flight! It's time! Swallow blade! No further! Flight!
Light Astral!
Let us take to the fray!
Where are you going?
Here I come! Now, while it's healing!
Take it down! Not long to go now!
We couldn't have done it without you, Manuel.
The healing circle! Come on! Let's you and me get in there and finish this fight! Annihilation! Radiant!
I'm on!
Confiscated!
Catapult!
Dynamic
This one's all mine!
Arctic waterfall!
I can carve through armor!
Sealed!
I'll thank you!
Lunar cross!
Can't move!
No more
I
playing
couldn't
nice!
make it in time.
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss.
Benediction light.
I'll bring you back from
Heal.
Death's Abyss. I'm ready.
From beyond, imbue this vanquished...
Lunar collection!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with love.
Leave the charges to me!
Doctor orders!
Now or never. In a bind?
No, it won't end like this. I can't lose.
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Take this!
You'll pay for that! I can carve through armor!
Tempest! Circle! Long flight!
Okay, here I go!
Lunar collection! Gemini Aqua! Raging Cascade!
I'll bring you back
In
from
here.
Death's Abyss.
Get up in there with the others!
I'll bring you back from
Mirage!
Lightning!
Portal Blade!
Art expert! Restoration!
Ready to go.
For the witches.
Eat
Arctic
dirt!
waterfall!
Dohalim! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Illuminate the dark!
Like a finely timed
Holy
waltz.
glimmer!
You sure you still want to press forward? If something happened to you...
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? Yeah.
Serious?
Hey!
You guys want to rest here?
Rice, I think. Or wait, what if...
That was nothing.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? Another fine day for journeying, huh?
Tell me, do you ever find yourself tiring of the vagabond existence?
It's better than being enslaved, that's for sure. I get to pick my own destination, for starters. You don't get those luxuries as a slave.
Shackle a man's feet, and you put a clamp on his heart as well.
Then there was the food. Gross slop that left you in a permanent state of hunger. Ugh, you wouldn't believe the things I ate to keep from starving. What about you? This must all sound pretty alien to someone who used to be a lord.
Is that a hint of interest in my past I detect?
I guess that's one way to put it.
Well, certainly starvation was never a concern I had to contend with. The day-to-day grind was largely taken care of for me. I even had help getting in and out of clothes. All that was required of me was standing still while looking solemn.
That's quite the downgrade you've made. It's a wonder you don't sound more bitter.
This might surprise you, but I actually don't find our current situation all that disagreeable. My own hardships paled in comparison to yours, granted. But life as a lord came laden with its own restrictions. Forgive me. Such complaints must sound like feeble extravagances to a Danon.
True, Renan opulence doesn't feature high on my sympathy list. Then again, yours isn't exactly a normal case.
I suppose it's not. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder how much easier life would have been without the trappings of nobility.
You really mean that?
Pay me no heed. Not but the ramblings of a privileged eccentric. Whatever my past, it has led to my being here. That is all the reality I need concern myself with. I suppose we should call it a day. Once we finish eating, we should get going.
No further!
You're mine! Flying hard! Damn it!
Denied!
I didn't know before. Those are impressive skills.
The air they took a lifetime to master.
Then I'll have to keep training.
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that. Never miss.
Begin! I'm ready!
A comfortable win.
Right, here we go! Mirage!
I'm only getting company.
Swallow blade! Swallow blade! Swallow blade!
Simian pests.
I shall feel you where you stand. That's it! Swallow blade! Slash!
Thunder field.
Begin! Swallow blade! Not so fast! Slash! Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Gets by me.
Not so fast!
In a bind?
Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
If it's in the sky,
it's mine!
Now you see what I can get. That shell's hiding something tasty.
Can you take it?
Oh, back in there!
I'll take you all on.
I'll show you how useful I can be.
Saving this one!
Try harder.
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
There it is. That's our target.
Get lost!
grant me the strength
Shattering
to march
the
on.
pieces! Attack time!
Thrust!
Now you see what I can do!
Glacial spear.
Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Really strong, Alfred.
Blind freaks! Why can't they keep this still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Mirage! I'll face you.
Glacial spear. Here's
Swallow
evil.
blade! Flash! Swallow blade!
Freeze
Slash!
laser. Do it. Arctic waterfall.
The heavens must be smiling. Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch?
Out of our
Grant
way.
me the strength to march on.
Eat dirt.
Allow me to...
Here. I never miss.
Hola, Vincent. No podía hablar porque estaba la parienta durmiendo la siesta.
Take this! Come and face me. Okay, here I go. You got flyers.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours. Swallow blade.
I'll smash you!
Leave the enemy's arc.
In an instant. Impact cross. We work well together.
Like I'm finally
Le digo,
done.
le digo.
Swallow blade. This one's all mine. Huh? Not today.
Bueno, estoy haciendo misiones secundarias, ¿vale? Estoy entrenando un poco haciendo misiones secundarias y haciendo pues, tablero y cosas de esas, ¿vale? Aunque con 1000 y pico no hago nada. Porque ya estoy por el final casi y
Don't forget to
tengo
heal
que
your
decir
wounds.
que si no hago misiones secundarias, ¿sabes? Ahora estoy buscando... yo creo que aún queda, ¿eh? Yo creo que aún queda algo. Aún queda un ratito.
Coming through. Swallow blade. Try harder. Okay, here I go. Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right. Slide. Try this.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Its armor's too strong.
Aún me queda un rato.
Be my guest.
I'll smash you!
Razor Cyclone!
I'm ready. Slide. In an instant. Impact cross.
Buah, 9000. Estoy
Everyone
buscando a la madre de un chaval
hanging in there?
All we have to do is get rid
para
of
darle
that
la
thing,
noticia
right?
de que su hijo se ha muerto.
Hi,
Grant me the strength to march on.
Denied!
Lion! Here I come. Come one, come all.
Where are you going? They may look
Noticia maravillosa.
but they're vicious.
Y así pues entreno, gano experiencia. Pero bueno, es un directo improvisado que he hecho un ratito.
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Pero no encuentro a esta mujer. ¿Qué? Ay, ya. Siempre mal pensando, las mujeres siempre están mal pensando.
Lionheart! Swallow Blade! Now you see what I can do!
Lunar corruption!
Fly! Swallow Blade! Now! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Nothing gets by me!
Can you take it far enough? Time to let it rip!
If it's in the sky,
Ignite! Swallow Blade! Slash!
Holy Land!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Llega un momento que no sabe.
Mirage! Elusive Deity! Swallow Blade! Ready and rare!
¿Eh? Sí.
Could have been worse.
Son las 8.
We finally made it.
Se me oye bajo. Bueno, porque tampoco no lo tengo muy pegado el micrófono. Vamos a ver.
Yeah.
Vale, danos
Yeah.
la recompensa. Venga, vale. Me viene bien. Yo quiero buscar. Tengo que... Ahora mejor, claro, porque lo tenía despegado el micrófono. Pues tenemos estas dos, pero no sé yo si tenemos alguna más. No.
He says.
Vamos a ver.
Instead of making a Zoogle sign, we should be making a Hoodle sign.
He's feeling threatened by a rival.
Sorry.
Pero siempre, ¿eh?
Yes.
No pasa nada, ya lo sé. Hostia, mira que bien se lo toma, que se muere su hijo.
All right.
¿Ya? Qué bien se lo ha tomado.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Qué bien se lo ha tomado, tú. Vale, tenemos que venir aquí. Estos son misiones, yo creo que son misiones para ir rellenando, de relleno. Porque que era la misión principal. No sé exactamente dónde tengo que ir, pero voy haciendo las misiones, voy haciendo todo. No sé.
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean
son las
anything bad by
fiestas
it.
de mi pueblo.
I know
No
that,
tendría
but
que estar aquí.
It looks like she went out of
Otra
town
vez,
to take care
señora.
of her
¿Ya
son's
enterrado a su hijo?
Yes.
What?
Vale, venga, señora. ¿Quién es su hijo? Vale.
I'm sorry.
Yo lo que me tiene intrigado no es esta tontería. A mí lo que me tiene intrigado es otra cosa.
Right.
Ahora se pone a llorar, señora. Lleva una semana muerto el niño.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive.
Descansa en la posada de Pelejón. Vale. Tenemos una misión secundaria que voy a ir a buscar. No son muy difíciles las misiones secundarias, son muy facilonas.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it. You knocked some sense into
Anda, me han
Rinwell and
traído un
Dohalim
sang... Oh
and
no,
that
el tío
mother.
este otra vez. Qué pesado. Bueno, pero este es el más fácil de todos. Gracias. Un sándwich de nocilla. Oh. Bueno, loco.
Oh?
What?
What?
Venga, dame.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just great.
¿Eh? No, todavía no. Al final del juego, seguramente.
White, soft, and fluffy items.
Buah.
Is that
Tenemos que
description
tener
supposed to be
ingredientes.
figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible.
Vale, no pasa nada. El búho no sale por aquí, cariño. Porque tiene que haber un búho. Como toques mi sándwich, te reviento la cabeza. Te vas a quedar sin gato. Esto es mío.
Maybe something's
Toma.
going on in the
Ah,
forest.
tú no puedes comer chocolate, melón. Eres un gato. Come. A ver si te gusta. Toma. Toma. Vale. A ver qué haces con el chocolate. Está ahí encima. Está aquí. Eres tonto. De pueblo. Vaya, que no le ha gustado el chocolate. Mejor, más para mí. Vale. Tenemos que buscar los ingredientes para el pavo este. Pero ya vendremos. Tenemos que venir aquí. Menos mal que nos deja hacer viaje rápido.
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. We're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right.
Vamos a ver.
We need to ask the other...
El gato me quería crear sándwich de nocilla. Vaya. ¿Ahora? ¿Qué pasa esta? Vale, por Dios. A las 8 tenemos Old School Podcast, gatito.
What's that noise?
Helping, this is bad. Look at the sky!
Hostia. ¿Qué es eso? Hostia. Buah. ¿Qué es eso? ¡Hola! ¿Qué es esto? Anda. ¿Por qué no lo he visto antes? ¿No hay más sándwich?
No.
¿No hay café?
No.
Sí, yo he hecho esta mañana, ¿cómo que no?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cislodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's
Bueno,
true power.
pues
I imagined there
nada,
would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen
lo
now?
dejaremos aquí.
We ask around.
Y en el próximo directo un
do what
poquito
we
más y
can.
mejor, como digo
Hey,
siempre.
when that wedge dropped down on Dana,
Y nada, ya veremos a ver cómo va la cosa. 1400, ¿qué hacemos con 1400, cariño? Nada. 1080. Explosión de 1080, vamos. Y esta le ponemos esta y ya está. Mira, uy. Ole, venga, a gastar. Hostia, me quedo con 20 de 1700. Bueno. Espero que sean ataques potentes. Yo no miro, lo que pongo, yo pongo. Igualmente habrá que rellenar las cosas. Venga, va, vamos a terminar este. Y ya está. No hay mucha cosa más. Bueno, pues nada, gente. En el próximo capítulo, como digo siempre, pues más y mejor.
As I recall, it was 4
Secundaria, hemos
lights,
entregar un
each
poquito.
one a different color
Y
and
supongo
going in a
yo
separate
que
direction.
esto se volverá a
That's what I
enredar
thought
y
too.
tendremos que ir allá
What
arriba.
were they?
Y algo
Hold
pasa
on.
por ahí.
A lot just happened here, so
Algo
let's take a
pasa.
minute.
Un saludo
For
y
now,
hasta la próxima.
let's focus on one thing at a time.